I'm here with Gary Oster of Travel Industry Association. Hi, Gary.
How you doing, Charles?
Doing great. Great powwow.
Yeah, actually, we're very excited. We have one of the best shows in the last few years. We have 1,100 booths,
Wow.
just under about 5,000 attendees, 1,500 international buyers. We got members of the press corps from all over the globe. We have 3,500 members of domestic sellers here in the United States. So we have very happy people.
Well, and you know, as you know, I'm a veteran from the travel tourism industry, and we've been around now talking to a lot of the buyers and sellers, and there's a definite feel that 9/11 is history. You know, do you sense that?
Well, 9/11 is history, and it's great to see the level of energy and enthusiasm that both the buyers and sellers have to conduct commerce with each other. Obviously, though, we have a long way to go to recapture the lost market share that has escaped us over the last many years. But there's a lot of business being done on this floor. We'll do about $3.5 billion worth of contracted business for 2008. And we've already received nearly 200 booth commitments for next year's powwow, and we haven't even finished this year's powwow yet. So we're pretty happy with the results.
And now we've been following all the hard work TIA's been doing with Washington D.C. government officials about visas and such, and investing some more of the public money into promoting America. How does the next 12 months look? You have a lot of things you accomplished the last 12 months.
Well, in the world of legislation, we have quite a bit of activity underway with members in Congress trying to make sure they understand the fact that doing business with international travelers is a really good thing. That when you look at our industry, where we employ 1 out of 8 Americans, and that the travel industry itself generates over $100 billion a year worth of local, city, and state and federal taxes, and that we actually have an $8 billion surplus in the international trade. So we're an export. The travel industry is an export. So when you have a positive trade balance of $8 billion, there is not a reason not to love international travelers coming into America who want to experience America, experience the American people, experience American culture, experience American destinations and attractions. And we know that security is important, but they do not have to be mutually exclusive. They can cohabitate, both having a secure America and having America that's welcoming to travelers into the United States. And we believe we're getting that message. We're penetrating some of the more not as attuned minds in Washington, D.C., but a lot of work is taking place inside the Beltway, and a lot of people with a lot of there's a lot of heavy lifting, but there's a lot of heavy arms out there in our membership of over 1,700 members working with both grassroots level as well as lobbying efforts to make sure that message gets heard.
When you were tossing out those tourism dollar figures, it struck me something I read recently that said that money goes to help people like me, property owners in America. 80% of Americans are property owners. Help pay or reduce our property tax at the end of the day. Well,
actually, the travel industry, when you look at what we employ and the taxes that we collect as an industry from transactions that are travel related, it's just under $1,000 a household in lower tax bill. It's like $968 a year. So the travel industry directly supports every family in America and helping them reduce their tax bill, because we collect taxes in all different areas, whether it be through a state sales tax or a bed tax or gasoline tax, some type of federal excise tax, whatever it happens to be. And one cannot diminish the importance of that collection.
Is there a grassroots campaign that TIA undertakes to get your average citizen that's saving $1,000 a year to contact their elected officials to.
Today we're really focusing on building and bridging the education gap with members of Congress and the administration. We haven't yet gone out to the 300 million American people, because it's a little bit easier to focus inside the Beltway than it is to focus across this great country of ours. But at this point, our first step is to focus inside the Beltway, and very possibly we could then be working in a comprehensive program in 08, 09, and beyond, where we consider perhaps expanding the effort to a grassroots effort where we get all of the American public understanding the importance of the travel industry.
Would I be correct to say that historically, certainly within the last decade, TIA's role has, vis-a-vis like International Powwow, being addressed towards promoting America to the travel trade?
Well, our mission is very simple. Our mission is to promote travel into and within the U.S. So we're looking to bring in that global traveler, and we're looking to stimulate travel within the United States, whether it be families coming here to Anaheim to visit Disneyland, or whether it be a husband and a wife going for a romantic little weekend getaway in a beautiful place like Meadowood up in outside of San Francisco, or it happens to be a convention, international convention such as Powwow, where we're attracting business people coming to conduct business into a city in a way where they're here 2, 3, or 4 nights. In the case of Powwow, it's 5 days. 5 days, 5,000 people. That's a lot of economic stimulus. And so TIA is interested in promoting travel in all those different ways.
A figure, I'm thinking of some figures that comes to my mind of tourism promotion budgets of some countries around the world. One that I'm thinking of is around 75 million for their tourist office, representing tourism for their country.
Well, a country like Turkey has approximately $75 million worth of marketing and advertising dollars that they use to promote their country. Now, I'm in Washington, D.C. That's where our offices are. And on the D.C. Metro buses, I can't go a day without seeing a Metro bus go by with a big banner on the side that says, "Come to Turkey for your next vacation." If you look at Turkey's $75 million budget and you compare it to the United States of America's $3.9 million budget, it really seems kind of out of whack. Our friends and border neighbors in Mexico spend $144 million on domestic marketing. You can look at all the other countries, significantly smaller than the United States, and no one spends at a level as minuscule as this great country, and that's really unfortunate.
I'm curious because you tossed out some numbers, like you have your numbers down. Let's say we doubled or tripled that $3.8 million expenditure.
Not enough.
Okay, let's go to 50
100 times.
100 times. Let's go 100 times.
That'll make us competitive.
What would that do to our bottom line compared to what we're getting now? What would be the incremental on that?
Well, here's a way to look at it. Today, we invest $3.9 million to attract international travelers into to the United States. If we were to gain one additional point in market share, that would be 10 million more travelers into the U.S. That would roughly equate to $10 billion in additional taxes. So think about that number. If we were able to have a international marketing campaign, and let's say that fund was a $300 million fund, and it had attracted 10 million more travelers into the U.S., and it generated $10 billion in taxes, 300 million yields. Okay.
Point taken.
So that's the way to look. 300 million yields 10 billion. Sounds like a very good, reasonable return on investment, and that's the message that we have for members of Congress, for the administration, and, if you will, for the entire industry. We believe investing in travel, investing in the travel industry, will yield incredible returns for many, many years.
We interviewed Jay Gray, head of the Discover America program, your newly funded.
He runs the technology component of that, yeah.
Of that. And you have many new programs, initiatives such as that. Mm-hmm. Can you give our viewers here a little overview of what is the structure, the programs, the major partnerships with TIA.
All right, well, Charles, you got to lead me a little bit more on the question, because I'm not actually sure what it is you want me to tell you.
You have TIA.
Yeah.
You have Discover America.
Discover America Partnership. Yeah, the DiscoverAmerica.com, a website, destination website.
Okay. What other programs and partnerships out there that you have leveraged through partnerships or that are helping to promote tourism to America? Or is that pretty much it, Discover America for now?
Well, the Discover America Partnership is a vehicle that we're using to bring a lot of interested partners who believe in the power of travel, and they believe that our current passport and visa issues, our current sense of arrival and facilitations challenge, and they believe that we're woefully underfunded. That Discover America Partnership, that's their objective, is to change that the current way we're viewed in this country, and quite honestly in the world. The DiscoverAmerica.com is a website that, if you talked with Jay Gray, told you it's a if you will, public-private partnership between the Travel Industry Association and the Department of Commerce. And the idea is to create destination website for America, the branded place for people to go around the globe to learn about America.
Right.
So that's that particular initiative. And then we have, at Travel Industry Association, we have, in addition to this event called Powwow, we have our Travel Leadership Summit conference, which takes place in D.C. in September. We have our e-commerce education program called TravelCom, which takes place next year in Chicago, the first week of April. We also have our educational seminar for tourism organizations. That's for cities and states. That takes place in August. We have our Marketing Outlook Forum, which is our first glimpse of the upcoming year's research and marketing, some of the key indicators. So the trends are being, if you will, presented to the industry during that particular conference. So there's always things going on. The best way to learn more about our organization is to go to TIA.org. We only have 1,500 pages in our website, so there's a great search engine.
Devote a Sunday afternoon to it.
You can devote an entire weekend to it, not just a Sunday afternoon. And so I would encourage you to take a look at our website. We have a major membership campaign underway. Today, as I mentioned, we have 1,700 members, organizations of TIA, Travel Industry Association. And we believe that this time next year will be closer to 2,000, because the level of awareness, the level of interest in what we're doing from an advocacy point of view, from a research point of view, from an international market development point of view, and an education point of view, those are our four pillars. It's creating a lot of interest, a lot of excitement, and people are joining. We've actually brought on 143 new member organizations so far this year, and we haven't even finished the month of April. So we're pretty excited about the growth at TIA.
Well, I think the travel industry in general have a lot to be happy about for the current management and staff at TIA, because you guys and gals have been doing a great job, and I know it's just going
to be a great team.
And we're looking forward to many good things.
Okay,
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Charles.